So if you're coming across this channel for the very first time, as this video is being uploaded, you'll notice that it's mainly just a bunch of clips and random montages I make of playing with my friends on whatever game we want to play. Whenever something funny happens, I'll upload it, put it a little montage. I don't really do any fancy editing because I don't really have any fancy editing software. I really just use the Share Factory on PlayStation 5. But I was inspired by one of my best friends. His name's Keith, aka Certivore on YouTube, and I will link his channel in any of my Pokemon videos because he was my main inspiration for them. Because he's been kind of on a content grind for Pokemon content. But if you do look back in the older videos of my channel, you will see a Pokemon video, and it was a rant, a little on the defense of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I will go back and see if it came out before or after. I want to say it came out after Sword and Shield was already released. But I'll double check whenever I go through the Share Factory and check my own channel, and I'll put a little text box in the video. But besides the point, this video is a first in a series of videos that I want to do. And of course, like I said, I don't really have a recording Elgato or any of that, so it's just going to be mainly PS5 games I decide I want to play, Destiny, Battlefield, any of my favorite racing games, etc. But anywho, like I said, when it comes to fan bases out there, you really wouldn't think Pokemon is a kind of a toxic or they are welcoming, but like one of the communities that just doesn't really praise the game that they love and play a lot. Kind of reminds me of Call of Duty or something, maybe Destiny. All those memes you see about, oh, I hate this game, and then proceeds to log on and play day after day. That's kind of like how I see the Pokemon community now. It's not a notoriously toxic community like ones like League of Legends or any other, maybe MOBA or Siege, Overwatch, games that have been known to be kind of toxic. It's just like disdain towards Nintendo that really throws me off, and I don't really know why. Going back to my Sword and Shield video, I was talking about how everyone just didn't really like it. The reveal trailer started out pretty good. It was a nice little trailer. It showed off the starters, a little bit of the region, and the legendaries, the box art legendaries. Then, as gameplay started to trickle out, it really started to go downhill. And of course, there was the infamous Dexit, which I actually have a series coming up where I go over each Pokemon generation in depth, where I'll talk about my thoughts and opinions on them. I'll go more into it. But basically, what happened was they announced that the National Dex won't be in the game, and not every Pokemon is going to make it. I at first was a little initially disappointed, but I was like, well, there's almost 800 Pokemon now. It will be really hard to bring them to the Switch. Then they started uh, getting rid of moves. I didn't really like that because, of course, I was fine with some of the useless moves going. Like who's gonna use? I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is in the game, but for an example, like who the heck is gonna use Tail Whip past level 5? The second they get another attacking move or a better status move, they're just gonna get rid of Tail Whip because no one wants to use Tail Whip. But there was moves even more niche than that being axed from the game, but there was also a lot of other moves as well that were viable in playthroughs and even in competitive battling that got axed that really confused me. Moves like Hidden Power, Return, and Pursuit were gone from the game entirely. And if you tried to transfer a Pokemon over, they would come over, but the game would be like, hey, I recommend you getting rid of this move because it's not going to work. Now, I don't really. That one is kind of a blow, but it's kind of discounted by the fact that they brought in some pretty cool moves. And with the Isle of Armor in Crown Tundra, they brought in a few more with even more cool mechanics. So that didn't really hurt. The graphics didn't really hurt because I'm on the boat that if your game is fun, I'm gonna play it. You got games like Minecraft, Undertale, Bug Fables with the Paper Mario art style, Salt and Sanctuary. You got all these games that look like an old school game, but are really fun and people enjoy. So the graphics wasn't a big portion. It was the first game on the Switch. It's the first. It's well, the Wii U was HD, but it's a stronger than the Wii U. It's a handheld hybrid, which I believe makes the Switch unique, but also kind of holds it back because you can't really put all this big, beefy software in something you could hold in your hand. It's just not really, it's not really viable. But I think the game still looks good. It definitely still looks good. Like I said, it's the first big main Pokemon game on the Switch. Do I want the Switch to do I want the Pokemon game to look incredible? Do I want it to look like Mario Odyssey? Do I want it to look like Breath of the Wild? Absolutely. But I can't speak. At the end of the day, Pokemon's not all about the graphics. It's about capturing creatures, making new friends along the way, and having fun battles. And you can. It's just so unique. It's so vast. You can do whatever you want. If you want to be, it can actually be kind of like an MMO without being an MMO. You can just take your own role and make your own story. Do you want to be the best trainer ever and train up and EV train the most powerful Pokemon, take them online and beat all the CPUs? Go ahead. If you want to be like the Pokemon breeders and breed perfect IV Pokemon and just raise them to be good and maybe give them away to some of your friends, you can do that. If you want to be the ultimate trader, not trader like freaking trader to the motherland or whatever, but you can get Pokemon and trade them with others and build up your collection. If you just want to go out and catch random Pokemon just for the fun of it, you can do what you want. The thing is, the Pokemon fandom, like I said, compares me to Call of Duty. People are like, oh my gosh, Call of Duty is so bad. It's the same thing every year. Infinite Warfare, the trailer, the reveal, was the most disliked video in YouTube history. Not video game trailer, not video game video. Overall, the most disliked video in YouTube history was the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer. But what was the most selling game that year? Infinite Warfare. The fans never vote with their wallet, it seems, nowadays. Everyone says, vote with your wallet, vote with your wallet. We'll show them that we don't like it, we won't buy it. And then games like that will constantly number one. People have complained about Pokemon for years and years and years. Years and years. And like I said, I'll get into more detail about some certain complaints in my Generation series of videos, but people complain about this stuff for years. And Pokemon not only is one of the highest is like the biggest video game franchise, it's the highest grossing form of media in the world. It grosses more money than Marvel, than Star Wars, than all these other things because it has a formula that works for a lot of people, including me. That's why I can look past the game not looking like a masterpiece because they have a formula that works, and that's why it's worked for the last dozens of years. Same thing happened with everyone's been asking for Diamond and Pearl, Diamond and Pearl, Diamond and Pearl. Please give us Diamond and Pearl remakes. Then they come out with the remakes, and then they go off the first trailer. Even though on all of these trailers it says gameplay is not final, they will still go off on it. The first day that trailer came out, they said, "Oh my gosh, look at this game! It's so ugly. It's a cash grab. It's Nintendo and blah blah blah." I'm like, it's the first trailer for the game. You don't know when they're taking this. Even it could say pre-alpha footage on the bottom, and it would still just tear the game to shreds. Which is something I don't understand. I don't really think there's other games other than, like I said, Call of Duty and maybe Rainbow Six Siege and Destiny, the game I'm playing right now, where people will just outright just go berserk on their own game that they play every day and say that they love. It's very confusing to me. If you say so many bad things about a game to the degree where you will complain about literally every single thing that comes out of that game, why are you still buying it and playing it? I don't understand it. And like I said, some of these complaints are just null and void to begin with. Sword and Shield first shows off, they like it, then the gameplay comes out and they say the game's ugly. First off, yes, the game doesn't look gorgeous. It's not like Breath of the Wild or Odyssey, or doesn't have the looks of Genshin Impact and all that. That's what people wanted. And that looks like what they're getting with Pokemon Legends Arceus later, early next year. Who knows? But people still try and say something about that game. I know it. But everyone wants, just because they exist for other games, they want games to look just unreal in a good way. Just ridiculous graphics. They want every game to look like maybe like Red Dead Redemption 2 and have that much detail in their games. But Pokemon's not like that. It's not really about the world, and it kind of is, but like it's not like a beautiful world. Like for graphics, I'm over here sounding like Lysander. A beautiful world will help people. But it's not about that. It's about exploring said world, not how good the world looks. I will always love Pokemon regions. Every region to me is really, really good, except for maybe Kanto. Kanto's and Sinnoh. Like I said, we're definitely gonna get into Sinnoh in my generations level videos because I used to be a Sinnoh stan. Sinnoh was number one. Gen 4 was the best. Going back and playing it, and some of the things that they did, oh man. We're in for a treat when I go and I literally tear Gen 4 to shreds. Just like my friend Keith did about Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like I said, I'll link his channel in there below. But that was just my short little video on the Pokemon fandom. I'm gonna work on being better at these because I have not done a live commentary in well over a year to 2 years. So I know this one might not have been the best. So I apologize, but I'm trying my hardest, and I'll get back into it more. I'll get more used to it. If you enjoyed my floundering and attempts to live commentate about Pokemon over Destiny, leave a like and comment down below what you think about the Pokemon fandom or any whatever fandom you're a part of. If you come across this video, see what you think, your thoughts about it, your fandom on it. Do they hate the game unnecessarily, or is it pretty good? Thanks for watching.